going to kick. Holding. Kicking team number 39. That 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Huge break. Almost every time you see a flag come in like that.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
90%. Something like that. Keandre Jackson is the guy.
He's the gunner. Both guys got handed his chop Robinson. Looks like he's heading to the locker room. Well, Miami, after that return and after the penalty, huge opportunity here to get right back into this game.
Night. From Hard Rock Stadium.
Shut us down, shut us down, shut us down, shut.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are
Why they got him walking and he got a concussion?
Stadium. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start here is Tua. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Oh, yeah.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Tua now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Back to the ground, Achane. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down.
Unbelievable.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here we go now on first and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Tua going to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Henry up the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A pivot and a give to Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up.
Oh, that was a
It's
good
going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now is 2nd and 10. In motion, right goes Hopkins. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still leading 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete here to Waller. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the
Here's Tua.
Yeah.
It's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
It's caught inside the 25.
This one.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, what a catch by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Running left, it's Henry. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line.
And he's going to be sacked.
They had him already covered, so.
Right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
What they want, chopper style, chop, chop, chopper style, chopper style, chop, chop, chop.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down.
Unbelievable, bro.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's doing what
feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let it escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Gangster, this is how you prove it to me.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out.
They lose everybody tonight.
You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, Achane. And a loose football. And the Ravens have got it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Gotcha all there.
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A 1st down carry for Henry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold.
Even though he's supposed to be for the Bills right now. Gotta put him on there.
Beckham goes in motion left. Henry running right. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 24. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the 1st half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Second and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
You a bitch, man. You know what the fuck going on, dude. Damn, it's impossible not to throw an interception on here.
Are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw.
Why would he overthrow the motherfucker, man? Damn, you got me talking like I'm in Yellowstone.
That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given?
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, grass. It won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Our score is just there.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept that.
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Who they want?
It's a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wilson will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Oh, acrobatic catch by Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Jackson.
Damn!
Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So a very tight first half. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he returns this to the 22. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
Now Jackson on second down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part. Just
I like that running
down there. Another nice press there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit,
just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Henry out of the pistol. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And the busy night for Henry continues. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Miami set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. close and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson steps away. Now he's into the clear again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So now here come the Dolphins. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're
I don't
right
like
about
this
that,
shit from
because it has been pretty clear
Max
who the better team
Rowe.
has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Come on.
Jackson now.
There you go.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's got this down to the 35.
No huddle, no huddle, no huddle, no huddle.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Down the numbers. There he goes.
Ball's up, fourth quarter.
Down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Why is he more productive than Derrick Henry?
He's carried the ball just 5 times. Jackson. Looking in zone.
Oh, man. What a jabroni.
I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until
I'll be catching shit like it, though, man.
2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 5, 3rd and goal. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here's Hardy set to return. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Why does everybody keep saying complimentary football?
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Oh, shit, I almost lost.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43.
Bro is struggling to get this 100 yards, bro.
They'll run it again with Henry.
God damn, dude!
The line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back
Yeah,
and you
time I put another running back in, they get more yards.
Okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On second down, Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They go play action with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around,
spreading
the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to keep it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah,
and now the rookie's free. He's still on his feet. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Lacy. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Looking to pass, Tua. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A run straight ahead with H.M. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tua. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
The kick by Sanders is good. Are going to be forced to settle for 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. First down, here's Mitchell. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down and 6 now. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Huntley on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
So glad I played Lamar.
He could not hang on. It's third down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Huntley to throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gotta do it.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Now he shows the versatility to move up, basically playing outside linebacker.
Here's A-Chan. He goes nowhere on a 2nd and 16. Down to Kaylee we go.
Guys, Kyle Hamilton is well on his way to wearing a gold jacket. That is a direct quote from Kyle Van Noy. Just like you guys, he pointed to Hamilton's ability to be elite wherever he is on the football field. But Kyle said you could put that man nose guard and he would find a way to impact the the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
I would say not only does he move,
from South
but when he
Florida.
moves to the new
Good night,
position,
everybody.
it positively impacts the defense.
3rd and 17 to us. They check down, check the play. Didn't matter anyway. HN would have been stopped in his tracks. And the crowd has just about had it. Well, in a game in which the flag down here mentioned in the open, had
was not in position. We're going to replay the down.
had the Dolphins won the game. I'm not saying it's over, but the way it looks right now, it's close.
Yeah.
This could have been the spring. Hey, in today's league, I'm not. You don't anoint anybody before the final gun.
I'm with you, man.
Crazy. A ton of 2 or 3 possession comebacks. You know, Steve Ross. Here's Bailey to punt. Flag thrown. Bounces back against the Dolphins. And the spot where his first touch with the flag thrown.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 39 will be a 10-yard penalty for the end of the kick. First down.
Dang.
Timeout.
He did everything to get a sack.
6:23 left in the 3rd. 21-6.
It's Subway's new Fresh Fit menu, featuring the grilled chicken and avocado, the 35 grams of protein, a full serving of veggies, and our Baja Chipotle sauce, all under 500 calories. Keep moving with Subway's new Fresh Fit menu. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I mean, you gotta feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network. No more coffee for Sally.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from a child. Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking the Jumbotron, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Was it worth it? Yeah.